Hello, my name is Pam. Welcome back to my channel. If you're coming back, I appreciate you. If it is your first time here, welcome. We are going to talk about El Caminos and makeup. Guess what I bought? I bought a 1980 El Camino. I'm going to show it to you now. Why did I buy this El Camino? So I can shame Ipsy and others that make advent calendars and that type of thing, and they give you the teeniest tiny little frickin' sample and call it a full size. Not a full size, but they count it as an item. And it's the teeniest thing you ever saw in your life. Here's the El Camino. My thought is, if it fits back here in the bed of the El Camino, they shouldn't be counting it as an item. It's ridiculous, okay? And I'm going to show you what I mean. Now, a lipstick or, a lip liner, eyeliner, of course, if you set it like this in there, it's going to fit. But it won't fit like that, okay? So we're going to give things the El Camino test. And the first thing we're going to do to give the El Camino test to are items in the Ipsy Original bag for this month. I know most of you have already seen a gazillion openings. You've already got yours. I'm late, okay? Sorry. I appreciate you staying by though. Okay, so this bag, it's pretty. I like it, but it feels, I hate this thing that the influencers do. It's annoying, but I will say when I do it, typically, well, one, I'm ditzy and I have to have something to do with my hands, but so I can help describe what the texture of something is like. This feels like plastic. It looks like it would be like luxe and soft and everything. It feels kind of cheap. This is the original. These are $14. And for your $14, you get 5 deluxe samples. So why use the El Camino? They're supposed to be samples. Deluxe samples, not teeny tiny spit in a bottle type samples. And occasionally you will get a full-size item in here, but typically it's 5 deluxe samples. And for this month, they pick 4 for you. You get to pick 1. So this month they gave me this powder. The website that I found, it said it was $7.99. It's just a matte powder by Ditto. I have probably 3 or 4 powders open right now, so I am not going to open this. I'm going to set it aside, put it where the wild things are. Bonus there. Okay, so first item was this powder. This powder, when I looked it up, it said it was $7.99. I don't know if that's for this size or if that's for full size. That I'm not sure. The next item we're going to look at is this lip pencil. This lip pencil is $12, and I do believe this is actually a full-size item. It is by Luna Magic, and it is called Strawberry Mojito, I believe. I think it's wrapped up. I can't read it through there, so I'm going to unwrap it. Here is the lip pencil. Move it up and down. Very pretty. Lunar Magic. Yes. Strawberry Mojito. Let's swatch it. Yeah. Groovy. I saw other people complaining about the same thing. There we go. I'm just going to let that sit there for a second, see if it dries down. I know if I go rubbing on that right now, it'll smear all over the place. Yeah, the little reviews that I read in the shop, a few people complained about theirs being crumbly or breaking, but they did like the color, and they said it was creamy. By the way, my eyelashes. In case you looked at I did a video where I did a lash lift on myself, which is basically like a permanent, it's not permanent, but like perming your eyes. Perm chemicals right at your eyeball. What could go wrong? But as you can see, I have no mascara on, and I have not used a curling wand on my eyelashes. This is just how they are. Normally, they are stick straight and kind of point down. So this is pretty good. They didn't all lift. Like, some of these are kind of poking down a little bit. I do have one hair on this eye that's like right around in here that no matter what I do, it wants to stick straight out. It drives me nuts. I hate that freaking hair, but I'm not going to pull it because I need my eyelashes. Well, no, I do. I need my eyelashes, so I'm not pulling it out, but it drives me crazy. So the lash lift really helps with that. I wasn't real thrilled when I first did the lash lift with the results. Now I'm thinking it kind of looks okay. I did buy some new balm, which is the glue. You have to glue your eyelashes on these little pads. I did buy different glue. There goes my earring. I did buy different glue. So once that stuff comes, I was reading on their website, you know, if you're not thrilled with your lash lift, to wait a week. I was going to wait about 4 weeks and redo it. But once I get the new glue in that I ordered, I may go ahead and do another lift. And if I do, the video will be here. Okay, yeah, so the El Camino of Shame. So this is fine. It does not fit, okay? So it's fine. It's listed as a sample, so it's okay. It's not like it's advent calendar where they, you know, promise you, hey, here's all these items, and they sell it to you for $300, and then half the items are weird little cheap trinkets and tiny samples. You see that every year. Next item, even though it crumbled when I took it out, that's okay. I do believe this is a full-size item. Like I said, if I am evaluating El Camino versus makeup, as far as pencils and stuff, I'm not going to do it this way. Of course, it would fail. But if it's so short that it fits inside the bed, that's an issue. That lip pencil, like I said, do believe it's full size, $12. Next item is a travel size mascara, and it is called the Comeback Mascara. It's by Arthur Beauty. This is a travel size, and it is $14. I am not going to open this just because I have so many mascaras open right now. As we learned together, throw them out every 3 months or sooner. If you get any kind of eye infection at all, whatever mascara you were using like a few days before that, throw it out. It is not worth it. Even if it's a $60 mascara, don't do it. Don't risk it because it's dark in there and wet and everything. And what does bacteria grow in? Bacteria fest. Don't play with your eyes. Okay, so it passes. Obviously not this way. It would fail, but you know, it's going to be hard for a travel size mascara to fail the old El Camino test. Okay, next item. And this item is $18. I do believe this is a full-size item too. So I think the lip pencil and this are both full-size items. This, I think, is super cute. It's called Cutie Pie. Cutie Pie. Super cute Cutie Pie. This is by Moonslice Beauty. It is a cream blush. Feels extremely creamy. Wow. And it's nicely pigmented. I think that's really nice. It's swatching on nice, not real patchy, laying down. Not a ton of color, but I'm sure, yes, it's buildable. So you can get a nice flush with this. Very pretty. And let's check on that lip liner. Nope, it dried down. It stayed. Not bad. Not bad at all. I think this package is really cute. Okay, and that is Moonslice Beauty, and like I said, that is $18. Now this, the whole bag only costs $14. So you get the bag and then the 5 items for $14. And that one also Ipsy picked for me. the next item I picked for myself. It is a Tatcha longevity serum. It is supposed to be a sample. Now, when I went on the website, the mini is 10 mils. On the Tatcha website, the mini is 10 mils and it is $30. This is 5 mils. So I guess would be worth $15. So this sample covers the cost of the whole box. I think it's ridiculous. I may do a separate little video on Tatcha. I know a lot of people love it. It's a nice product. I'm not knocking it. Do I think it's overpriced? Vastly. The water cream that they have, the First Aid Beauty water cream that we just got, or a lot of people just got in their Ipsy box, to me, is a better cream. The Tatcha one has scent in it. It comes in a beautiful package and it is refillable. But as far as the product itself, it's just okay. I will assume this will be the same. This may be the last Tatcha product that I actually choose or shell money out for. May not be, but it might be. Okay, so here's the old El Camino. Here comes the test. Fails. Look at that. I suppose if you want to be, if I want to, you know, put the same rules as I do a mascara or something, but it's not a mascara. It's a little container. So this container shouldn't be so tiny that it fits in a freaking Matchbox car, okay? That's tiny. And, you know, of course, I'm just using that for illustrative purposes and to be snarky a little bit. But, I mean, really, come on, man. Why is this so expensive? Doesn't really have any smell, I don't think. Okay, so that's it. That's it for my Ipsy Original. Thank you for watching. If you got the Ipsy Original, what was your item? What did you pick? And what do you think of the El Camino test? I think I'm going to start using that on boxes, mystery boxes and stuff, where they're like, oh, 10 items. And then you look at something, you're like, I think that's a sample. Okay, let me know what you think. Thanks so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I bit my tongue and I'm like trying to talk to avoid biting my tongue again. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Bye.